Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are still working on King Richard II, and today we get to hear from King Richard II in Act 1, Scene 3. So today was the day of the trial by combat between Mowbray and Bolingbroke, which didn't actually happen because right as they were about to fight each other, King Richard threw his warder down and said, "Hang on, nobody needs to die today." And he went and he conferred with his guys, and he came back and he was like, "Instead of killing each other, you're both just going to be banished. Bolingbroke, you're going to be banished for 10 years, and Bolingbroke is like, "I guess that's fair." And Mowbray, you're going to be banished for the rest of your life. And Mowbray's like, "Are you kidding me? You might as well shoot me in the face." Like, that's the worst sentence that you could possibly put on me, especially since I'm the one who killed Gloucester at your command, is sort of the subtext to what he's saying. But Mowbray is very, very upset with this, and King Richard probably thought that this was the wiser choice to make in terms of punishment for them. Instead of one of them dying, they just both get banished for a little while. So he probably thought that this was a good idea because they both still get to live. But Mowbray is very upset about it, and he's very vocal about the fact that he's very upset about it. So he says a couple of things, and then King Richard, just to sort of squash that and not have to deal with the fact that he probably owes Mowbray a debt for having taken care of Gloucester, King Richard calls the both of them to him and says, "Return again and take an oath with thee. Lay on our royal sword your banished hands. Swear by the duty that you owe to heaven, our part therein we banish with yourselves, to keep the oath that we administer. You never shall, so help you truth and heaven, embrace each other's love in banishment, nor ever look upon each other's face, nor ever write, regret, or reconcile this lowering tempest of your homebred hate, nor ever by advised purpose meet to plot, contrive, or complot any ill against us, our state, our subjects, or our land." So he's putting a caveat on their banishment. He's saying, okay, y'all are banished, and right now you have to swear on my sword that you're going to stay banished, and while you're banished, you're not allowed to get together and plot to come and kill me, or overthrow England, or do anything bad in that respect, because King Richard probably in his heart of hearts knows that banishing Mowbray and Bolingbroke is not the best thing to do, especially Mowbray. And, Bolingbroke, because that's his cousin, but whatever. So he's putting this caveat on it. While you're away, you're not allowed to plot against me. And Bolingbroke is like, "Yes, fine, I won't." And Mowbray is like, "Fine, mic drop, I'm out of here, screw you," kind of a thing, as he leaves. And once he leaves, King Richard takes a look at John of Gaunt, who is Henry Bolingbroke's father, and he's like, "You know what, you look so sad. I'm going to reduce Bolingbroke's sentence. He only has to be banished for 6 years now instead of for 10. And John of Gaunt is like, "That's great. I'll probably still be dead before he comes home, but, thanks for shortening the time." And Richard's like, "But this is a brilliant thing that I did for you." He's like, "Yeah, but I'm still probably going to be dead before I get to see my son again, since you banished him for this time." And King Richard's like, "Well, yeah, but that's kind of how things go." And he leaves. And then the rest of the scene is Bolingbroke just kind of saying his goodbyes to people. His sad goodbye to his father Gaunt, his goodbye to his cousin O'Merle, and all of them being like, "We're not really allowed to know where you go, and you can't really write us," and stuff like that. But be good, stay in touch, I hope you don't die, all of that sort of thing. And that's how Act 1, Scene 3 ends, is with Bolingbroke making his exit as he goes off into the land of banishment. And tomorrow we get into Act 1, Scene 4, where we get to find out what happens in England now that this whole trial by combat thing is over. It's not like that was the only thing happening in England at the time, so we get to find out more about what's going on tomorrow. I'll see you then.